www.fda.gov/drug disposal.
Get your fix of Florida Man Radio anytime and anywhere you are. Of course, you can catch Florida Man on 660 AM and 105.5 FM. But now you can listen wherever you are with the all-new Florida Man Radio app. And don't miss a second of the conversation at home by listening on your Alexa device. Just say, Alexa, play 105.5 Florida Man Radio. Florida Man is everywhere, unfiltered, unafraid. Get it how you need to, now.
The following program was paid for by the host. The views and opinions on this program are not necessarily those of this station, JBC Broadcasting, management, or its sponsors.
It's time to talk everything entertainment, sports, wrestling, movies, and more. The Vincent LaSpada Show, brought to you by LaSpada's Original Cheesesteaks and Hoagies on Florida Man Radio.
I'm the man, come round
and welcome to another edition of the Vincent LaSpada Show. I'm your host, Vincent LaSpada, right here on 660 AM, 105.5 FM, Florida Man Radio, and everywhere on the Florida Man Radio app. Download it. Take us anywhere you want to go. Unfiltered and unafraid. Well, guys, I got to tell you, coming into the radio show today, there are people out there who are so unhappy with what's going on. I mean, they're just so miserable in their lives. And what I mean is, I was driving here. I came up to the light. The guy, I don't know what his problem was. He came around my car, and there was not another lane for another person to come up. Came around my car, pulled up to my car, and sat there and looked at me like I had four heads.
Wow.
I just don't understand what people's problem is, and they're so unhappy with and then they drive so damn slow. It's like, if you're going to drive. If you're not, get off the road and get away. Because here I come with my car. I'm coming down the middle lane going 50. And if you're going 30, well, I tell you what, if I had a battering ram, I would beat you on the side of it.
Angry driver, Vincent.
No, listen, you know what, listen, I'm so happy to be on Florida Man Radio, doing my show, talking wrestling, talking entertainment. I got my buddy, Dan Skip Allen, that does the movie reviews. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, nothing much. Just glad to be back this week, and I hope we have a good discussion about all things.
And I got a special guest in the studio. He actually called in last week. So we had the caller that called in last week. Is now in the studio this week.
Oh, that's the guy. I didn't even hear you.
Mark,
I couldn't even
correct?
hear you.
Mike Knox.
Mike Knox. Well, wasn't there a wrestler named Mike Knox?
Yeah, but he only has one X. Mine is spelled with 3.
Oh.
Okay.
There's the difference.
That triple X in there. Oh, boy.
Well, guys, listen. I want to throw something at you real quick. I want to throw out a question for everybody to call in and just let me know what you guys think. What do we think about Sting and Darby Allin? What is going to come between this? Is there a future tag team? Is Sting going to help Darby Allin? Does Sting want the belt? Give me a call. 321-339-1055 is the number to call in. Florida Man Radio, unfiltered, unafraid. We want to talk about it, but let's get into it. ECW trivia. Okay. I saw this thing over the weekend. I cannot find it anymore. I don't know if it was on for one night or whatever. They took it off the network. I don't know what it was. And it was Paul Heyman sitting down with Corey Graves, Taz, Tommy Dreamer, Bully Ray, and Devon Dudley talking about ECW. This is what I got out of it. Does anybody know what ECW's original name was?
Extremely crappy wrestling. No.
Incorrect. Eastern Championship Wrestling was their name. Paul Heyman came in as just of a person of interest. He was kind of like a side manager to help out the owner, and he actually took over ECW.
For the better.
Yes. The first idea that came to life in 1993 from Paul Heyman was Public Enemy. That came into the ring. Yep. I
love those guys.
Public Enemy. Here's something. Paul Heyman's parents donated $4 million to start ECW.
Wow.
I want to know what his parents are doing.
What? Yeah.
I want to know where's that is $4 million. Hey, listen, I got $4 million sitting on underneath the couch cushion. If you would like it, I'll pull it out and give it to you. Here you go, Paul.
What is it with all these wrestling promoters? Their parents are rich.
Well, that's their struggle. They had to go work for their $4 million.
Here's another one for you. What company? Okay, I told this to him earlier today. Okay, so it's just you. What company that's now on streaming service? It's a big streaming service platform. Wanted to take 49% of ECW for their pay-per-views and TV shows and help them boost to what they are now. What company?
Netflix?
Incorrect. Nope. You're going to be shocked.
It's very surprising.
Disney.
Really?
Disney.
That's
Paul Heyman
I can
said.
See that.
Paul Heyman said it came all the way up to the executive vice president until they found out, and I don't understand how they did not find out that they were as crazy as they are on there. It just blows my mind. It's like, are they watching some kind of like puppet show? And it's like, oh, here's the puppet right here.
They weren't
and it's
watching it all.
How did that just come about? And it slipped right through the cracks.
Yeah, they weren't watching, Vinny.
No. Also, I didn't know this. Bubba Ray Dudley was both the wrestler, the promoter, and the guy handling the merchandise. That was his job.
Really?
His job was to wrestle, promote, and collect the money at the end of the night.
I heard those stories. Those stories I heard.
What wrestler do you think was the one that designed all the T-shirts? He was the artist of all the T-shirts.
I'm sorry. Tommy Dreamer.
Incorrect.
Spike Dudley.
I'm 0 for
Spike
4.
Dudley.
Taz. Taz had
Makes
all
sense.
the designs and creativities. And here's the last one that kills me. Where do you think all the ECW documents, papers, and files were for the actual company?
Oh, boy. In somebody's bag that they carried around with them.
I don't even know.
In the back of Paul Heyman's Corvette.
Okay.
In the back.
Oh,
Oh,
in
that's
the
cool.
bag. It's in the bag. Put it in the bag.
It's in the back of Paul Heyman's Corvette.
Wow.
So that's just a little recap of ECW. If you don't really know what ECW is, go onto the WWE Network. You can have it for just $9.99 a month, plug to WWE, and you can watch all the ECW you want.
I'll tell you, Vinny, some of the best wrestling I ever saw live. We used to go to Kissimmee. We called the place the Cow Palace. And literally, you sitting in like a horse where they do horse dressage, and there'll be matches where Just Incredible and Tommy Dreamer would literally come right up to you, and they'd be hitting each other over the head with cheese graters, trash can lids. I mean, literally me to you, less than me to you, Vinny. It was some of the best stuff I ever saw.
Well,
So
Just Incredible had the greatest name in wrestling history, by the way. I'm sorry. Just Incredible. You can't. That's just an awesome name.
So what Skip was trying to tell you is before he ate dinner, he went to the Cow Palace to have a hardcore dinner, and then he actually had the original dinner at like a Ruby Tuesdays, correct?
Yeah, oh yeah. There you go. You hit the nail on the head. I'll tell you, that was some fun stuff. I mean, that was what I'll tell you. I still to this day think ECW is some of the best wrestling I ever saw, and I've been watching wrestling since day one.
So from ECW to Raw, let's recap this week's wrestling on TV. So Raw on USA Network. We start out with finding out that Drew McIntyre is COVID positive. So what do? They put him in all these goofy vignettes, and then they make him do a PSA about the darn corona. I mean, come on, guys. Really. We all know about our 6 feet distance and our mask and washing our hands and our hand sanitizer. We don't need a WWE champion telling us what to do, okay? We go from there. We go from Riddle taking on Bobby Lashley, and this one was just a mauling. Paul Heyman, excuse me. Bobby Lashley just completely destroyed Riddle. There was no other way to say it.
Well, Vinny, you have to say his name correctly. The Almighty Bobby Lashley.
Excuse me. The
No
Almighty.
one looks better than you, Bobby.
The Almighty Bobby Lashley. And then out of nowhere, Riddle wanted some more. He wasn't satisfied with what the Almighty Bobby Lashley wanted. He wanted more. So what did he do? He called out Mr. MVP himself to get in the ring with his church shoes and his church clothes and throw a couple left and rights. But then, I'm disappointed that Bobby Lashley came in and interrupted this match. I really am, because I really do think that it would have been it would have been a great match. It would have been great to see Riddle just beat MVP after getting his ass beat to Bobby Lashley, the almighty Bobby Lashley. From there, we go to Randy Orton and Triple H. The King of Kings, Rebel Assassin, the COO of WWE, was going to get back in the ring with the Viper, Randy Orton. But I was very disappointed on how this match actually went down. I think there was actually 5 minutes of actual wrestling. And then now you have Alexa Bliss showed up in her
scantily clad.
Yeah, her vignettes of Bray Wyatt's Funhouse, and throws a fireball at Randy Orton, which, if you go back and watch, done horribly. I mean, you can definitely tell what it was.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get into some NXT, man. I'm really excited. I'm excited, but I'm kind of disappointed because we are not going to be able to be part of the Dusty Rhodes Classic the way it should be, without having a cage in front of us and out being inside I feel like when you're at that of wrestling, I feel like I'm in some kind of like Jurassic Park. What's that thing called in Jurassic World where the kids are in and they're taking a trip, and they're in that little glass bubble, like a little. I
can't remember what that's called.
That's what I feel like.
The Boy in the Bubble toy. That ride.
There you go. So we have the Grizzly Young Veterans taking on Everrise, and Everrise, they look like a young Jeff and Matt Hardy when they first came into WWE.
Not the Hardy Bros, though.
Not the Hardy Bros. No, not the Hardy Bros. We also have the Grizzly Young Vets took the match. Very excited about that because I would not want to see Everrise in that. You also had Jake Atlas and Swerve Scott taking on the newly group of MSK.
The Rascals are finally in NXT.
And then you had Undisputed Era taking on, oh God, what do they call themselves?
Breezango.
Oh, that's what it is. It's that goofy name, Breezango.
I'll tell you what, that was a great match.
Yeah, you know what? I feel like it's too late for them. I really do. I feel like before they destroyed their career with those stupid little, remember those promos they used to do back in SmackDown where they were the police and they were doing the crime investigating. What do you call those?
Entrances. I love those.
With Breezango when they were doing those vignettes where they were like, they had
the little backstage promos and did the little police thing and all.
Yeah,
that's when they were fun and you can enjoy Breezango and they were doing their thing more. But they have taken it away. But I think that's all just COVID things. They're just waiting. But they could go back and cut a couple of private videos for those things and help put them back over. That just means they're not over like they want them there.
How amazing is Xia Li looking?
I can't wait to see.
Oh my God. I hope she takes on Io Shirai, because I hope this is what I hope it's not the real tall girl Gonzalez. I hope they really.
No, they're building.
I mean
Raquel. They are building her up.
Xia Li looks amazing. She looks better than she did, and I feel like they have a direction for her. They have what they're going to do with her. Last but not least, on NXT, you had the North American champion Johnny Gargano taking on Dexter Lumis. Now, I don't know if I told you guys this. I used to work with Dexter Lumis.
That's my guy.
No way.
That's
really?
my guy. I'm a Dexter Lumis guy.
I love Dexter Lumis.
Dexter Lumis used to be
so over.
He used to be in SCW. He used to be in I Believe in Wrestling. But his name wasn't Dexter Lumis.
Of course not.
Yeah. But I mean,
it wasn't Dolph Ziggler, was it?
No. But I tell you what, this guy is so over the top. Like,
my God.
If you know him in person, he's such a great guy. He has so much knowledge and talent, and I feel like it's a good character, but I really do feel like they need to push him in another direction besides just being this walking Jason character.
He needs like a manager. I feel like if he had a manager like Karrion Kross has Scarlett, like if he had a manager, they could just go forever with him, because he's so, I've been telling you how long that I've been about Dexter Lumis. This guy's just got it all to me,
Well, Well, when we come back here, we're going to take a little quick break. When we come back here on the Vincent LaSpada Show, we're going to get into SmackDown AEW. You're listening to the Vincent LaSpada Show on the Florida Man Radio Network.
Hey, Bill O'Reilly here in a time where it's hard for Americans to secure facts and arrive at the truth about important matters. I am here to give you reality, no spin, unfiltered, unafraid. Please catch the O'Reilly Update right here on Florida Man Radio, weekdays at 9:10 and 11:50. Brought to you by Jenkins Hyundai of Leesburg.
660 AM, 105.5 FM, streaming at FloridaManRadio.com.
LaSpada's family-owned and operated since 1938, features their famous Philadelphia cheesesteaks straight from the heart of Philadelphia. Try one of LaSpada's signature hoagies, the famous with prosciutto and sopressata on top, the Monster Club with ham, turkey, and roast beef, or the traditional Italian hoagie. Everything is made from scratch, way overstuffed. That's the way they do it at LaSpada's. Plus a huge variety of wings, a ton of awesome flavors, 3 locations. Lee Road in Orlando, West State Road 46 in Sanford, and North Volusia Avenue in Orange City at LaSpadas.com.
Be a part of the hottest new radio show featuring current events, news, sports, wrestling, and movie reviews. Sponsor the Vincent LaSpada Show Saturday afternoons at 2 on Florida Man Radio. Email the Vincent LaSpada Show at gmail.com. The Vincent LaSpada Show at gmail.com. Florida Shore Firearms in Longwood is a premier dealer of Liberty Safes. Looking for help in choosing a Liberty Safe? Florida Shore Firearms will help you find the Liberty Safe that's right for you, and they'll help load it up too. Florida Shore Firearms stocks all major brands of firearms and specializes in AR-15s. Buy, sell, and trade guns, ammo, and accessories. They have something to protect you, and Liberty Safes will help you protect it. Florida Shore Firearms, 1231 South Highway 1792, Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. till 6 p.m.
A new year comes with new hope, new optimism, especially after all the stress of 2020. It's time to start fresh and look ahead. At International Diamond Center, we're excited to be part of your special moments in the new year. We've expanded our selection for 2021. Our diamond inventory has never been better. All sizes, all shapes, real, natural, precious diamonds at the best direct importer prices. And it doesn't stop there. We're showcasing all the new styles and trends in engagement rings and fashion jewelry, inspired and created by the world's premier designers. No one has more fashion-forward jewelry than IDC. Plus, our gold jewelry and gold bullion selection is tripled, and we're the #1 retailer of pre-owned Rolex timepieces. So as you look ahead and plan for a new year with only good surprises, remember International Diamond Center. Locally owned, internationally connected. Now with 9 Florida locations, from Gainesville to the Treasure Coast and along the I-4 corridor. Let IDC help you celebrate what matters most in the new year. 4 Orlando locations and online at shopidc.com.
LaSpada's has been family-owned and operated since 1938. Try one of their famous Philadelphia cheesesteaks straight from the heart of Philly. If you're looking for something unique, try one of their Philly burgers, piled high and overstuffed. That's the way LaSpada's does it. LaSpada's now has a huge variety of wings, ton of great flavors. Get 2 cheesesteaks and 10 wings for $28.99. They got 3 locations: Lee Road in Orlando, West State Road 46 in Sanford, and North Volusia Avenue in Orange City, and at LaSpadas.com. Come and see what LaSpada's is all about.
Get your fix of Florida Man Radio anytime and anywhere you are. Of course, you can catch Florida Man on 660 AM and 105.5 FM. But now you can listen wherever you are with the all-new Florida Man Radio app. And don't miss a second of the conversation at home by listening on your Alexa device. Just say, "Alexa, play 105.5 Florida Man Radio." Florida Man is everywhere, unfiltered, unafraid. Get it how you need to. Now, let's step back in the ring with the Vincent LaSpada Show on Florida Man Radio. Florida Man Radio.
And welcome back, guys, to the Vincent LaSpada Show, unfiltered, unafraid, right here on the Florida Man Radio Network. Give us a call. 321-339-1055 if you want to get on the show. And my topic on the beginning of the show was, what do we think about Darby Allin and Sting? Where are they going with this battle? Are they going to become a tag team? Are they going to be going against each other? Where is this going, guys? Give me a call, 321-339-1055. Get in on the talk. But I have to say, before we get back into wrestling, I don't know if you guys are interested in what's going on in the NFL world real quick, but we got 4 good games today and tomorrow. Today we got the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Green Bay Packers. at 4:35. And at 8:15, we got the Buffalo Bills taking on the Baltimore Ravens at 8:15. I'm excited about that game because I think the Ravens are going to get ran over. And then tomorrow we have the Browns taking on the Chiefs at 3:05, and we got the Buccaneers and the Saints. It's old versus old. Brady
versus Breeze. But
43 and 42.
Can Brady beat the Saints this season? That's the interesting question because he's 0 for 2 already.
Before you do that, I need a shot, okay? So here's to a shot. Back into wrestling. We're going to do one shot here. That tastes delicious. Going down right. Let's get back into it. One thing I did forget to talk about in Raw was the fact that Lacey Evans took on Charlotte Flair. And Ric Flair now. Ric Flair, the dirtiest player in the game. The jet flying, Rolex wearing, diamond ring. Listen, I got it all confused. I got it all wrong. I had a shot here and I got it all wrong. But now we're going to see Lacey Evans teaming up with Ric Flair. And this is kind of cool because didn't they do this before? They tried it before and it didn't really work out.
They did it the first time. You got to understand something. You're talking about Charlotte Flair, like the almighty Bobby Lashley. She is Charlotte, the greatest women's wrestler of all time.
Woo!
That's her name.
I think this is going to be a fun little thing they're going to do with Lacey Evans and Ric Flair. I'm interested to see where this goes because I like Lacey.
Comes in place in
I like Lacey Evans.
Well, guys, let's go into AEW, man. AEW on Thursday, Dynamite taking on WWE's NXT. I got a couple things I want to start out with. The Inner Circle. What is going on with the Inner Circle? MJF and I feel like MJF and a lot of the other guys are not getting along. So Chris Jericho wants to be in a tag team with MJF to go after the AEW World Tag Team Championships. But Ortiz and oh God, come on, help me out here. What's the other guy's name?
Well, it's Hager and Hager and what's the other guys?
That's what I'm saying.
I can't think of all the guys' names. That they're gonna have a 3-way tag team match next week. Who represents the Inner Circle?
I can't keep all these guys because they used to be LAX.
It was LAX.
It used to be LAX.
Their names, and it's AEW going through their growing pains, and we're fine with that. But the Circle of Inner will be broken up because of MJF in the first place. So let's just get to MJF and Jericho like we've been waiting on.
I tell you what, one match that I really liked before we get into the main event was I like to see FTR defeating Jurassic Express.
Wow.
And Jurassic Express, man.
Wow.
I tell you what,
Stout.
They're good. They get better each and every week. But I just think sometimes with that little guy,
Stout was amazing.
The little guy,
he
Stout,
was amazing.
He's going to get hurt.
He's going to get hurt. He's too little.
He's smaller than Mikey Whipwreck. He's smaller than little Spike Dudley. He's a little guy.
Some of those moves he was doing was like, are you kidding me?
I'm telling you what. But FTR, I'm glad they're in AEW. I feel like they're one hell of a tag team, and they're doing so great. And I'm glad now that the Good Brothers have made their way over to AEW. So now you got the Good Brothers and you got FTR, by far thinking two of the best tag teams that WWE has lost because of their stupid decisions.
What a great way for Don Callis. He pulled the rug out from the
Don Callis has all.
The Young Bucks. He pulled the carpet out from the Young Bucks because he was like, okay, we're going to go out here and we're going to make the best tag team. And then instead of doing the Young Bucks, he says the Good Brothers. And they're like, what?
I like this cross promotion, and I'm going to tell you why I like it. Because I don't think Impact would be any better than they are now without doing this. And I really do feel like they're on a crash course of failure if this didn't happen.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I think this is all about just the women. And I think the end game is getting the weakest thing in AEW is their women's division.
Oh, by far.
The strongest thing in TNA Impact is their women's division. So, and we haven't seen this since the 80s. If you're growing up in the 80s and you saw Flair and NWA going to Georgia Championship Wrestling, this is wrestling like it's supposed to be before Vince bought it all.
Well, you had the Jerry the King Lawler, Rob Van Dam crossover.
ECW them, yeah.
ECW and stuff. So there was a little bit of that in the 2000s. But you're right. This is probably one of the best cross-promotional storylines we've seen.
Since then.
The invisible hand is everywhere around. Don Callis. Oh, God.
So I gotta talk. I
genius,
gotta ask you something. So all the talk shows right now, okay? Let's think of all the talk shows that are on right now. You got the Miz's talk show.
Boo.
You got the new one now. Knock knock hello.
Knock knock hello is awesome.
With Bailey, okay? And then you got the other one, AEW.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
The AEW.
Oh, Dr. Britt Baker.
Oh, Britt
DMD.
Baker, yeah.
But what's the show called? It's called the Emergency
The Waiting Room.
The Waiting Room. Okay. In this week's Waiting Room, Cody Rhodes came on.
Oh, God.
And he got completely annihilated for his wife being pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has the hottest wife in the game, by the way.
It turned into the Jerry Springer show is what I
Between her and Penelope Ford.
Yeah. Hey, Brandy.
I mean, come on. Can we not say Penelope Ford is just amazing? I mean, she is such an amazing woman.
Yeah, it turned into the Jerry Springer show is what happened on the
I
Britt
think that was
Baker
the plan, though. It had so many Jerry vibes.
It did.
Roll with it, you know?
did, yeah.
Let's get into Brian Cage taking on Darby Allin for the TNT Championship. This match was incredible. Darby Allin got busted open. The moves that this guy does, even with the skateboard, it's like putting Tony Hawk in a wrestling ring. And then Brian Cage takes a clever book from, WWE, and he moves the stairs over to the middle of the ring. He can't put him in the ring because it's one solid piece. And he thought he was going to suplex him off the side into it, but it backfired on him. And 1, 2, 3, Darby Allin stays your TNT champion. And who came out?
Winter's coming.
Oh, Sting. Yeah. Tony Schiavone. It's Sting.
I love it.
I need to get him on here. I need to get him on here. Didn't you say you're going to work on that for me?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Tony, please, if you're listening, Schiavone, please call 321-339-1055, FloridaManRadio.com. Let's go.
I would love to talk to Tony Schiavone, just pick his brain. I mean, come on, the man's done it all. He's done WWE, WWF, he's done WCW, now he's doing AEW.
I've never known he could be funny till now. Him and Britt Baker have some magic going on. I mean, I thought, Justin Timberlake and Sierra had something going on, but these two got it going on.
All right, guys, let's talk real quick. Let's talk about some little news going on. So what's the story with WrestleMania 37? So they're moving WrestleMania 37 from the original date of March 27th to April 11th. And it's not going to originally, it was going to originally happen in Los Angeles at the SoFi Stadium. SoFi Stadium. But now it's planning to go to Raymond James. But now they're switching the date from April 11th to April 18th, is what I'm reading here.
Is that necessarily a bad thing, though? If it can bring more fans in, the more we have to wait. We've waited this long. Right? So if you can wait a little bit longer, and when they were talking about Raymond James Stadium from the people that I've spoken to, they were talking about what they do now, 7,000 fans total. That's not enough.
You can't have...
in a stadium that big.
Yeah, you can't do that.
It's going to look bad.
It's still going to look bad. Right.
And I've heard rumors that they don't know if it's going to be actually at Raymond James. I know you said it's going to be, but here's the thing. If it's not at Raymond James, you can't do it at the Amway Center because of the Magic. You can't do it at Tropicana because of the Tampa Bay Rays. And the only place that I can think of doing it is going back to the Orange Bowl.
Come on back home.
Come on back home, baby. Back to where it started, WrestleMania 24, WrestleMania 33, right here, our backyard, Orlando, Florida. This is the motherlode.
The Citrus Bowl.
That's how I got here,
Listen,
by the way.
Out of everything going on in the world, we are the center of wrestling. People die to live here. Yeah. I mean, not only having the Performance Center, NXT at Full Sail. I mean, you got all these great stadiums. Nobody has that.
Theme parks.
I've met people at NXT that tell me they come down, they fly down from New York for one day to be at NXT. 1 day. Now that's a fan. When you dedicate your life to watch a TV show like NXT, and then you go from NXT and you go, you know what? Next week I want to be there. I want to be in the crowd. You buy a ticket for $10. You buy a plane ticket for $50. You fly down here for $60. You're going to NXT. To me, my friends, that is not a bad deal, because if you've not been to an NXT show, you are way missing out. And I cannot wait. Till we get
your
through
COVID test.
all of this pandemic to go back to live shows. That's what I'm wanting. I want live shows back. I don't want to go to WrestleMania wearing a mask, a hoodie, a gas mask, none of that. I want to go where I can sit there, have a beer, and not worry about some guy going, "Oh, you sneezed? Get away from me." No. Thank you.
How about your COVID test the day before, though?
Listen, no COVID test for me. Listen, none of
They're
that.
putting chips in your nose, they said. No, I'm just joking.
Okay.
Right up your nose.
So, so listen, if that doesn't make it for you, this is what shows that Vince McMahon does not care about us as the fans, and I'm gonna tell you why. So the reason why we're not getting the Royal Rumble with fans is
because he's still alive.
Because he doesn't want to tear down the set at Tropicana to create seats for fans to make it a stadium seating wrestling event.
Well, isn't it also limited also with 7,000 fans? We just spoke about the bit in WrestleMania.
Yes.
That's still a big stadium.
That's
To me, it still takes away.
Seat
But you know what, though? I don't
But it's
listen.
only 7,000 fans that are allowed in Florida inside a building. So that doesn't,
it's
to
not
me,
gonna look
move.
good.
It doesn't move the needle either way for me.
I get it, but
I've
here's
been to Tropicana Field. You don't want 7,000 people. Look like that place is empty.
Yeah.
I get what you guys are saying, but here's what you have to hear. This is what you have to hear from another wrestling fan. If you're going to do NXT with fans in pods in front of a live audience, you cannot do. To me, it's backwards. It's ass backwards, and I'll tell you why. You got Raw and SmackDown at the Thunderdome in Tropicana, okay? You got no fans. But then you're allowing fans at NXT, maybe 50 to 100 people in a building? What's the story there? What's
It's
the problem?
smaller venue.
Yeah.
It's a smaller venue, so it looks like there's a lot of people in a smaller venue.
And you went to AEW Dynamite, and you saw that. How many people were there? Maybe 100?
No, it was more than 100. It was close to 1,000.
So what is?
But I think AEW looks horrible with fans. I'm saying not.
It looks-
I think NXT is the best way to show fans the way they're in that small arena. How they had the set for NXT. That's just when you're looking at it on TV, you want to be immersed, especially as a fan. Remember, fan stands for fanatic. We're all fanatical. Look, you say $10 for a ticket, $50 for a plane ticket.
Yeah.
There is enough people at the AEW events to where you hear them cheering, hear them booing. And plus, you have two sides of the ring where you have wrestlers and their family. So that helps build up the crowd at the AEW events.
Well, let's build up the crowd for the last segment of the SmackDown results. Let's get into it. We have opening show up, Roman Reigns in the chair with Paul Heyman. He's thinking about signing the contract. He doesn't know what to do. You know, later down the line, we have Paul Heyman and Adam Pearce in the hallway, and he has this big grin on his smile. We know he has a plan for it all. We also had Natalya take on Liv Morgan, which we're seeing that the interference,
The boat.
we're seeing interference with a boat is getting in the way of the Riot Squad. We also had King Corbin defeat Rey Mysterio with his son, again interfering in the match. What's all this interference?
They're gonna. I think Junior turns on. Taller son turns on shorter dad. Rey Mysterio. Dominic has to do. It's something's in that dynamic because he keeps telling them that, as a father, and I'm a father, you tell your kids so many times, leave me alone, they're going to get mad and just turn on you.
What happened to the daughter and Murphy? Where'd that all go?
I think she got mono.
Oh, come on, man.
Well, I want to talk about the ending of this because the ending of this show was great. Is Adam Pearce comes in the ring, he sits down with the contract. You think he's signing it. He does sign it. He walks up to the top of the stage and goes, "Hey guys, listen. When an injury comes about, you don't know when it's going to expectably come. So I have something for you." He had a plan. Kevin Owens comes out. He signs the contract. Now we have Kevin Owens taking on the big dog, Roman Reigns, for the Universal Championship.
Let me get him, Oos.
At the Royal Rumble.
Let me get him, Oos.
Let's
How
get
about
him,
come up with
Oos.
something
Let's
new?
get him.
How about come up with something new?
That was new. He had his
mean-
knee clicking like Kevin Nash.
I
About
mean-
the TV channel was changing from his knee pain.
I mean, Vinny, you came up with an idea that you think they're building towards Seth Rollins for WrestleMania. But how about get Seth in? I mean, maternity leave. How long does maternity leave last?
Well,
I mean,
you know how these kids are emotional today. He's a first-time dad. He wants to stay there with Becky.
Well, guys, when we come back here,
She has good hair.
When we come back here on the Vince and LaSpada Show, we're going to get into our entertainment, reviews, and news. You listen to the Vince and LaSpada Show right here on the Florida Man Radio Network.
You have Power Radio with Justin Clark.
Are you saying I have an agenda?
Sometimes you ask leading questions or you try to make super, super light of heavy topics, and I don't want to indulge in certain things.
What? Excuse me?
What?
You kind of don't want to talk about certain things because it's going to hurt the base.
Case in point.
What?
You have Power Radio weekdays starting at 10 a.m. Unfiltered, unafraid on Florida Man Radio.
LaSpada's family-owned and operated since 1938, features their famous Philadelphia cheesesteaks straight from the heart of Philadelphia. Try one of LaSpada's signature hoagies, the famous with prosciutto and sopressata on top, the Monster Club with ham, turkey, and roast beef, or the traditional Italian hoagie. Everything is made from scratch, way overstuffed. That's the way they do it at LaSpada's. Plus a huge variety of wings, a ton of awesome flavors, 3 locations, Lee Road in Orlando, West State Road 46 in Sanford, and North Volusia Avenue in Orange City at LaSpadas.com.
Be a part of the hottest new radio show featuring current events, news, sports, wrestling, and movie reviews. Sponsor the Vincent LaSpada Show Saturday afternoons at 2 on Florida Man Radio. Email the Vincent LaSpada Show at gmail.com. The Vincent LaSpada Show at gmail.com.
It's a new year, and that means it's time for a new car at Jenkins Hyundai of Leesburg. Now during the New Year car event, they've got great New Year specials for everyone in the family, especially you. Drive a new Tucson or Santa Fe, your choice, just $199 a month. And here's an offer that can't be beat. Buy now with 0% for 72 months and make no payments for 90 days. So come take advantage of the new year, new car specials at Jenkins Hyundai of Leesburg on 441 South. Welcome to the family.
Get your best deal for the new year and shop 24/7 at BillRayNissan.com. Lease a 2020 Nissan Pathfinder, only $264 per month. Bill Ray Nissan, Highway 1792 Longwood, BillRayNissan.com.
Hey, it's Jeff Adams, and the AC work at Four Seasons AC did the Florida Man studio so good, it made DJ stop wearing those ridiculous muscle shirts. It was so cold, it started snowing from DJ's armpits. Call now and ask about Active Pure that kills COVID-19 viruses on surfaces. Four Seasons AC at 407-295-9231. 407-295-9231 or at 4acnow.com. Four Seasons AC, the AC company you wish you called first.
Did you know that we've been in cannabis prohibition since the year 1970? Today, medical cannabis is legal in the state of Florida and available in multi-formats for in-store purchase and delivery. The process is simple. Find a qualified doctor. Once approved for your medical cannabis recommendation, you can register with the state to make your first legal cannabis purchase. If there was ever a time to explore this natural form of medicine, the time is now. Find out more at TrueLeaf.com. That's TrueLeaf.com.
LaSpada's has been family-owned and operated since 1938. Try one of their famous Philadelphia cheesesteaks straight from the heart of Philly. If you're looking for something unique, try one of their Philly burgers. Piled high and overstuffed. That's the way LaSpada's does it. LaSpada's now has a huge variety of wings, a ton of great flavors. Get 2 cheesesteaks and 10 wings for $28.99. They got 3 locations, Lee Road in Orlando, West State Road 46 in Sanford, and North Volusia Avenue in Orange City, and at LaSpadas.com. Come and see what LaSpada's is all about.
Get your fix of Florida Man Radio anytime and anywhere you are. Of course, you can catch Florida Man on 660 AM and 105.5 FM. But now you can listen wherever you are with the all-new Florida Man Radio app. And don't miss a second of the conversation at home by listening on your Alexa device. Just say, Alexa, play 105.5 Florida Man Radio. Florida Man is everywhere, unfiltered, unafraid. Get it how you need to. Now, let's step back in the ring with the Vincent LaSpada Show on Florida Man Radio. With the Vincent LaSpada Show on Florida Man Radio.
And welcome back to the Vincent LaSpada Show right here on the Florida Man Radio Network. Give us a call, 321-339-1055 if you want to get on the action. Tell me what you think about Darby Allin and Sting? Let me know. But listen, guys, I want to thank everybody here at the station that represents Las Spadas. LasSpadas.com. If you've not been to Las Spadas, check it out. Best cheesesteaks in the world. And listen, I'm not just saying that because, it's a family-owned, operated business. I'm saying it because we have such a great fan base at Las Spadas. People just, they follow Las Spadas everywhere you go. Such great sandwiches, and just come by. 3 locations for you: 1010 Lee Road in Orlando, 2200 North Volusia Avenue, Orange City, and 4301 West State Road 46 in Sanford. Make sure you check them out. LasSpadas.com. Well, guys, let's get into our last segment. You know what? I didn't tell you guys who I had lunch with yesterday.
What'd you eat?
Who?
Well, I went to Luke's. If you've not been to Luke's, make sure you check out Luke's in Maitland. Yeah, they are a little pricey, but they are delicious. I ran into Carrot Top yesterday.
How was that? Was he eating carrot cake?
No. Okay. But I did talk to him. He will be on the show in the next couple of weeks.
Awesome.
He's a really good guy. Thank you again, Carrot Top, for just... I call him Scott because his name is Scott. But I want to thank him for just giving me the time to just talk to him and just ask him some questions and just, chill out, relax, and hopefully next couple weeks we'll have Carrot Top on. We'll shoot the shit and we'll talk about whatever else is.
You're good.
All right. But I want to get right into the entertainment. After the show we have an interview with something that Skip set up, a movie that we talked about last week called Some Kind of Heaven, and the director's going to be calling in, right?
Yep, Lance Oppenheim. Yeah, I did my review last week, and wouldn't you know it, we got in touch with him, and he's going to come talk with us about his movie about the villages. Believe it or not.
Yeah. It's I saw it last night. My mom saw it. She liked it. She likes all the characters in it because if you've not seen Last Kind of Heaven, it's about the villages and here in Central Florida, and the people that live in the villages, and it's just jam packed with all kinds of characters, and it's a great documentary. So check it out. It's on streaming right now on demand. But I want to talk about a couple things I saw over the week, man. Have you seen this show, A Teacher? It's on FX.
Yeah, it stars Kate Mara and Nick Robinson. It's a true story. It's based on a true story. It's FX on Hulu.
Oh, it's only on FX on Hulu.
FX on Hulu.
Okay,
yep.
So now these networks are doing they're not doing it on TV. They're doing it on the side platforms.
Yeah, they made a deal with FX. Hulu did. So now you're going to get a lot of, it's next day on FX, one day ahead on Hulu, but the next day on FX. So it's very, very good. Everybody's raving about it.
So what it's about is it's about a teacher and a student that they become friends. The teacher starts helping out the student with studying for the SATs, and then they fall in love, and she gets in trouble, and that's pretty much the basic. I don't want to give much more away than that, but it's a really good story. They're real short too. They're only 35-minute. Sometimes they're 25-minute episodes, which I really like. I like the short episodes because I feel like you can get more crammed in. It's a really good show. If you have not checked it out, make sure you go on and pick up Hulu, man. Hulu has so much stuff, so much content. There's another one I'm watching called Your Honor with Bryan Cranston. He plays a judge, and his son accidentally kills and runs over the head boss's son. So the show's about him trying to cover up what his son has done. And such a great show. I mean, and Bryan Cranston, I mean, Breaking Bad, I mean, he's such a great actor. I mean, he's done so many other things. He's done comedy, dramas. I mean, he's just one of those actors where it's like you don't know what he's going to do next, but when he does it, it's great.
Yeah, well, Rich Daddy covering up for his spoiled, rotten son. Good. We've seen that a lot, haven't we? Go figure.
Well, also, I want to talk about this new Tom Hanks movie called News of the World that just came out on demand on Friday, and it's like a slow Western. It is a little slow, and Skip goes to me, you might not like it because it's really slow. And I tell you, and listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I first started watching it this morning, it was a little slow and it got off. But I feel like it goes slow and then it picks up a little bit. But you have to. Here's the thing about me: you have to enjoy and just take in all the scenes and scenery that they're trying to bring us back to the 20s and the 30s and excuse me, the cowboy days, because it's really hard.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of Westerns these days. Paul Greengrass is the second time him and Tom Hanks have worked together. Captain Phillips was the first time. But yeah, it's more or less a road trip. It's a road trip movie in the Old West. How about the little girl is just like crazy?
Well,
right?
yeah, because when you first start watching it, she doesn't know English. She knows some kind of
Indian.
She's some Indian language, and he doesn't know exactly what
German too.
Yeah, so she has no idea what's going on. But it's a good movie. Check it out. It's on demand. You can also get it on Vudu. They are charging a little premium price of $19.99 to watch it. And you know what? I've been really trying to bite my tongue and just go, you know what? I gotta watch it for the show.
Yeah, it's getting some Oscar buzz. So it's Tom Hanks and Paul Greengrass. You can't go wrong.
I can't wait for the one coming out on the 29th on HBO Max with Denzel Washington.
Yes,
that
things.
looks really good.
Wow.
Little things.
Wow.
Yeah.
Does that look good?
Denzel is probably easily in the top 5 of the greatest actors in the last 30 years.
I would say of all time. We've been talking about that the other night.
Yeah,
also,
easily in top 5 of the last 30
I
years.
wish I can
there's
agree
been
with
a lot
you.
of
I
great
really
ones
do.
before that. I mean, he's been fantastic. I mean, he's a box office draw though too. He's a 2-time Oscar winner. I mean,
I listen. I don't hate the guy. I just tell you this: him and Samuel Jackson, they're so hungry for work that they'll do pretty much anything. Toilet paper commercial, Tricks commercial. You'll see him on a peanut butter commercial. They do everything. And Denzel Washington, he does the same thing every single time. I'm a police agent. I work for police. I'm a cop.
Have you not seen Training Day?
It's just
that's the dirtiest cop ever on TV. That's not on Chicago PD.
He's a great actor. But
we're not talking about that. We're talking about the movie roles. There's a difference between the movie and the actor in the movie.
I just feel like these two guys do the same roles. They always pick up the same roles, and it's like, come on, give me something else. I mean,
if you got a Samuel L. Jackson movie without hearing the word MF, you would have a problem.
No.
That's a Samuel Jackson trailer. It's like watching Julia Roberts not
He doesn't
smile.
say that. No.
You can't see Julia Roberts not smile. She has to smile.
MCU, you can't say that.
He said at the end of Captain Marvel, and then it booped itself.
It bleeped at the end of it.
Speaking of Marvel, let's talk about WandaVision.
All right.
I know Heather has not seen WandaVision.
No
Spoiler-free,
spoilers. No
spoiler-free.
spoilers.
I know Heather, are you gonna watch WandaVision?
I am. I'm waiting to watch it with my son.
Okay, so that's not going to be this weekend, is it?
All right, you're going to have to
I think
explain
we're
some things
supposed
to
to
him.
tonight, but that's okay. Y'all go ahead and do your thing.
You're going to have to explain some stuff to your son.
All right, all I'm going to say,
Explain.
listen, I'm not
Really?
listen.
Explain.
Listen. I'm not going to give it away. All I'm going to tell you is and if anything that I have not said, you pick up. But what WandaVision is two characters from the Marvel universe, and what they're doing is it's in Wanda's mind, and they're taking different TV shows from the 50s to 60s, and they're turning them into episodes. This
Which makes it great.
So you have I Love Lucy as the first episode, and you have Bewitched as the second one.
I still debate that first episode. I think it was Mary Tyler Moore.
All right. It can be debated.
It's really a different take on the Marvel characters, but like you said, it's basically in Wanda's head. We're going to find out as the episodes go on what is going on. And if you read the comics,
I don't read
they
comics.
kind of cram.
Right.
They cram basically 2 stories into this miniseries of WandaVision, which Marvel. What I love about Marvel and MCU and Kevin Feige is he mines all the things he likes and gets rid of the stuff he doesn't like, and the stuff that he likes usually turns out to be gold.
I like the commercials.
See, I think that's a good thing there. The commercials, those are
the Toaster Mate 2000.
Those are the
was so
Easter
good.
eggs right there. But I'm also in the believer. This is the first time to me, Marvel to me. I believe they dropped the ball, and I say that because I think they should. I love it because I'm an adult, but I think Marvel has been great. Disney has been great at dumbing things down for the audience, and I don't think that a normal kid can watch WandaVision and understand what's actually going on because it's so throwback to our age and people of our ilk that can agree or remember those kind of TV shows. My kids be like, what's this? They might just get turned off by it.
Well, that's where you come in because you get to explain it to your
That's
kids.
like watching a movie with subtitles. I don't want to watch a movie. I don't want to read a movie. I want to watch a movie.
You know what my problem is, dude? There's so much going on. Like I say, there's so much on Hulu, and it's like, here's where they get you. You buy Hulu, And then they do the add-ons, okay? $6 for the Showtime, $6 for the HBO. You know, not only do I got the HBO, I got the Showtime, I got the Amazon
paying for cable
Prime.
all over again. You're paying for cable.
I got the cable, I got the Amazon Prime, the WWE Network, I got the Girl Scout Cookie Club. I mean, I got it all.
You know that box with the up arrow? That's called a share button. You just share with everybody. You know, like with your son, Heather, you can just hit the button to add in watch party.
Hey, listen.
And watch it from your phone.
And listen, here's another thing, too. If you do not have these, okay, I don't know if you guys know what VR is, because I just got into it.
Like virtual reality?
I got the Oculus Quest.
Okay, all right.
Oh, God.
If you go on my Instagram, you can see me actually watching the Tyson fight.
It was in the VR?
I watched the Tyson
nice.
fight. So here I am with this big thing of glasses, and I'm sitting there. My dogs are looking at me like, "What's going on? What are you doing with this on your head?" But they showed WandaVision last night in there.
That's nice. That might be great to watch.
They also show Monday Night Football. They try to show WWE Network stuff.
Really? That's good.
You know, before we go, let's talk about the Stone Cold Straight Up Steve Austin with Luke Combs. Did you see that?
I did not see
Oh
that.
my goodness, what an episode!
That was the one from After Raw that came on Monday, right?
Listen,
no, that's my bedtime.
I love Luke Combs. I love everything that he does in country music.
He's everywhere right now.
Oh, he's such a big star. I've got the opportunity a couple times to hang out with him. He's such a great guy. I mean, he has loads of stories.
What bourbon does he like?
What bourbon? We didn't drink.
Okay. All right.
We
You
didn't drink.
hung up with a country star
We didn't
didn't drink bourbon?
You know what though? Incorrect. We drank Jack Daniels because
Okay.
that's who was sponsoring us that
Well,
time.
that makes sense then. The
Yes.
sponsor has to be drunk.
He seems super down to
I
earth,
also
Vinny.
got to hang out with him. So I went to the CMA Awards. My buddy took me to the CMA Awards. I went off after he performed. I went to the bathroom, and my seat was on the actual floor. I went from the floor to the backstage to go to the bathroom. As he was walking off the stage, I was walking to the bathroom. I got to talk to him. I got to meet with him. Really, really cool. Got a picture with him. And then what's going on with
It wasn't
him?
one of them bathroom stalks, was it? You can't be stalking guys at the bathroom. You can't do that. Let them wash their hands. I had an incident with Brian Dawkins once outside of a bathroom in Target. You got to be ready.
What do they say? Shaking it 3 times?
Oh, God.
Just wipe your hand on their back. How you doing, buddy?
But and then the Steve Austin show with the new Bailey interview. Did you see that?
I did see the interview with Bailey.
Oh, it came out.
Yeah, that
it's
interview
fantastic.
came out. Yes, that's very good.
I've been watching it all
Those
day,
are
all
all
night.
good.
Such a great interview. Check it all out. Listen, guys, we are done for today. Listen. I love dancing with you guys. I wish we can go on more. We can go on to the Vince LaSpada Overdrive. Make sure you check it out on SoundCloud.com. Thank you, Skip. Thank you, Mark.
Mike
Knox. Mike
3
Knox.
X's.
You're listening to the Vince LaSpada Show right here on the Florida Man Radio Network. See you later, every guys.
The Ed Till Show.
I wrote you a song. It goes like this. Oh, what a thrill.